Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking some fascinating source material about one of the most misunderstood human emotions out there, aggression. I mean, have you ever been told, hey, don't be so aggressive, or maybe told to just calm down, like aggression is just inherently this terrible thing? Well, we're going to completely challenge that idea today. Think about it for a second. We're constantly conditioned to suppress our forceful energy, right? But if aggression is always so terrible, then how do Olympic athletes manage to break world records? How do soldiers protect a nation under extreme duress? You simply cannot achieve those monumental feats in a state of, passive relaxation. And this totally applies directly to our daily lives, too. How do entrepreneurs survive in cutthroat competition? Or how do leaders make those incredibly difficult, high-stakes decisions when the pressure's on? If they lacked all forceful energy, they'd literally just freeze. The secret isn't that these highly successful people lack aggression. The secret is exactly how they use it. Because the truth is, aggression itself isn't the problem. Uncontrolled aggression is. We really need to stop trying to just kill our aggression, and instead, we've got to learn how to master it. So in this explainer, we're going to look at what controlled aggression actually means, why you absolutely need it for success, and how to harness it without, damaging your relationships or losing your peace of mind. Here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll cover the myth of aggression. Then, anger versus controlled aggression, why you need aggression, when to show it, finding the perfect balance, and finally, building controlled aggression. Okay, let's jump right into Section 1, the myth of aggression, redefining the energy. When most people hear the word aggression, they immediately picture shouting, picking fights, throwing tantrums, or just totally destroying relationships. But according to the source material, that's not actually aggression. That is simply a loss of control. True aggression is defined much more accurately as intense energy directed toward achieving something. It's focus, it's pure drive. Think of a hunting lion, or maybe an Olympic sprinter. When a lion is hunting, it isn't angry at the gazelle, right? It's entirely quietly and intensely focused. Or when an Olympic sprinter is at the starting block, their body is absolutely flooding with raw aggression. But they don't turn around and attack the other runners. No, they channel that massive energy directly into speed. Aggression itself is completely neutral. It only becomes good or bad depending on who controls it, you or your emotions. Moving on to Section 2, anger versus controlled aggression. These are two very different forces. So many people confuse aggression with anger, but they are fundamentally different things. Anger is this emotional, impulsive reaction. It obsesses over the past and wants revenge, which pretty much always ruins good decision-making. Controlled aggression, on the other hand, is purpose-driven. It stays calm, focuses entirely on solutions, and just wants results. It actually improves your overall performance. Let's look at this through the lens of leadership. Imagine two managers who both just missed a major project deadline. The angry manager starts shouting, blaming people, and reacting emotionally. But the controlled, aggressive manager calmly but firmly explains expectations, reallocates the workload, forcefully removes roadblocks, and ensures the project actually gets done. Now, both are being forceful, sure, but only one is effective. Because true leadership isn't about being loud, it's about being decisive. Which brings us to Section 3, why you need aggression to escape your comfort zone. Because without aggression, you hesitate. You overthink everything, you postpone important decisions, you let people repeatedly cross your personal boundaries, and you stay trapped right there in your comfort zone. I mean, think about it. Starting a business, waking up to hit the gym every single morning, saying no to distractions, or finally standing up for yourself. None of these things happen passively. They all require a spark of controlled aggression to even initiate. It's often said that the greatest competition you'll ever face isn't another person. It's the weaker version of yourself. Your controlled aggression isn't some weapon you use against other people. It's a tool you use against your own excuses, your own laziness, and your own hesitation. Let's look at Section 4, when to show aggression, responding intentionally. You obviously don't want to walk around at a 10 out of 10 all day, right? You deploy controlled aggression intentionally. You use it when a tough decision is needed, when clear boundaries are crossed, or when your core principles are attacked. Your team might need strong direction, or maybe a difficult conversation just can't be avoided anymore. But you absolutely must hold that energy back when someone is simply trying to provoke you, when your ego is hurt, when you're emotionally exhausted, or when you just don't have all the facts yet. It really all boils down to this incredibly powerful mantra: respond, don't react. A reaction is just an emotional spasm. But a response? That's a calculated, intentional use of your energy to achieve a very specific outcome.
This leads into section 5, finding the perfect balance, or as we like to call it, the accelerator pedal.
The source material gives us this fantastic metaphor of driving a car. Think of aggression as your accelerator pedal. It helps you move forward and gain momentum. But what happens if you just slam your foot on the gas and press it fully down all the time? You're going to lose control, spin out, and crash. Too little aggression, and you just sit idle, missing great opportunities. But too much uncontrolled aggression, and you crash your relationships and damage trust.
So how do we find the right pressure for that pedal? Well, before you act forcefully, run through 3 quick steps. Step 1, ask yourself, why am I reacting? Like, is this my ego or my true purpose? Step 2, will this action actually solve the problem, or is it just going to make things way messier? And step 3, will I still be proud of this decision tomorrow? If you can genuinely answer yes, then press the pedal and move forward with total conviction.
Finally, section 6, building controlled aggression with practical habits. Here are 5 super practical ways to actually build controlled aggression. Number 1, pause before reacting. Just a simple 3-second pause can literally prevent years of regret. Number 2, exercise regularly. Physical training is amazing because it teaches your brain how to pair high intensity with strict discipline. Number 3, set clear goals because having a strong purpose will naturally channel your energy. Number 4, practice difficult conversations. You've got to learn to speak firmly and state your case, but do it without any disrespect. And number 5, master your emotions instead of suppressing them. Remember, ignoring your feelings isn't strength. Managing them and directing them is true strength. Aggression is exactly like electricity. When it's completely uncontrolled, like a lightning strike, it destroys absolutely everything it touches. But when that exact same raw energy is captured, controlled, and directed, it literally powers entire cities. Your aggression is your inner fire. You just have to learn how to direct it. The people who truly change the world are rarely the loudest, and they definitely aren't the most passive either. They're the ones who stay perfectly composed while acting with total courage and clarity. And that brings us to the end of this explainer. I really want to leave you with a provocative question to ponder today. Do you think your biggest challenge right now is controlling your aggression when you get fired up? Or is it actually finding the courage to express it when a situation desperately calls for it? Really think about that as you go through your week. Keep learning, keep analyzing, and we will catch you next time.